Hey y'all, today we're indulging in our love for Din Tai Fung by making some chili crisp cucumber bagels. Unfortunately, I can't take credit for this genius idea. There's actually a new trending bagel shop in LA called Mustard's that's totally worth the hype, and they have a chili cuke bagel inspired by Din Tai Fung's cucumber salad. We tried it a few weeks ago and it slapped, but my toxic trait is that when I get fixated on something yummy I eat at a restaurant, I fully believe I can make it at home, even though it never fully turns out exactly as intended. But I think that's actually a home cooking slash baking rite of passage when you make something at home thinking it's going to be better or at least cheaper than buying it fully made at a shop, but it turns out worse and more expensive, both in terms of money and your mental health. Or maybe that's just me. Anyways, we got a few loose bagels from Mustards to take back with the mission to recreate the cute bagel sometime, and that time is now. Thanks. Gentle. Good girl. Gentle. No. No. Levi. 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 No. Levi. No. Levi. Levi. Good boy. Now, Mustards uses fresh cucumbers that are sliced razor thin with a mandolin, which provides a lovely texture. But I personally have mandolin trauma from slicing the top of my finger off when I used to work as a line cook in college because I was an idiot sandwich, so I don't own a mandolin, because naturally I hold unhealthy grudges against inanimate objects, so I decided to salt and drain my thicker cut cucumbers instead. I asked ChatGPT if there's a more official name for this process, and it told me that I can call it osmotic dehydration or degorging, both of which are very intense, but degorging kind of sounds like demogorgon to me, which is Stranger Things, which makes me remember Conformity Gate, which is another trauma for me because I ended up being an insane person after preaching about it for an entire week to anyone and everyone who would listen to me, even though it ended up being irrevocably not true at all. So this is becoming a very trauma-filled recipe for me. Moving on, I actually don't own a toaster either, and I don't have any toaster trauma. It's just that my cheapness and ego are high enough that I don't want to spend money on one, and I think I have enough skill to be able to perfectly replicate a toaster's function with my oven. So I tried to toast these bagels from Frozen at a low broil, but I left them in the oven for way too long, like 15 minutes. So these actually ended up being bagel chips rather than a nice chewy bagel. If I were to do this again, I'd swipe the frozen bagels under running water for a second to give them some rehydration before placing them on a high broil on the top rack of my oven for no more than 5 minutes. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Does that phrase sound like pseudo wudo to anyone else too? Missed opportunity for them to call it pseudo wudo kudo. Hey, hey. I'm sorry. I promise to stick to cooking.
Just like don't take one. Crazy. Crazy.